Trump suggests the climate may actually be fabulous after ominous UN report on looming disaster.
Here's a summary of the article.
Trump, climate change may be fabulous after UN climate change report. Business Insider Scott Olson. Getty Images. President Donald Trump cast doubt on a United Nations report that warned that we have just 12 years to curb climate change by suggesting the report's authors weren't more credible than reports that say the environment is fabulous. The UN report, which is based on more than 6,000 scientific references from 91 authors across 40 countries, outlines the impacts of global warming of 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Drafted by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the UN's climate change body, the report calls for rapid, far-reaching and unprecedented changes in all aspects of society. Trump, who has previously called climate change a hoax, was speaking on the White House lawn on Tuesday when he said the report was given to me. Without specifying which reports he was talking about, he signaled that others were as valid as the UN's. I can give you reports that are fabulous and I can give you reports that aren't so good. As president, Trump has been unwilling to take steps to curb climate change that he feels would damage industry. In 2017, he announced that he was pulling the U.S. from the landmark Paris Agreement on climate change.
This post received a score of 32,242, with an upvote ratio of 84%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Of course the climate is still fabulous enough, for a 72-year-old who'll walk among us for the next 15 years or so and doesn't care about what'll happen after he's gone.
Dear God, please not another 15.
Well, if he is sitting in jail for even half of that, I'm fine with him living for another 20.
Hell, I'd gift him another 100 years of life if he spends it in jail, with a TV tuned to bet that can't be changed or turned off.
There's this book where a protagonist who is a politician does something like this to an ultra-rich businessman who, to cut a long story short, very nearly unleashed the extinction of the human race via the actions of one of his companies. She arranges to have him put in the deepest hole she could find with only a television link to the outside world, so he could have the pleasure of seeing his empire being broken up and sold to the highest bidder, and his family's name being slowly scratched out of the world. Not even your wife will remember you ever existed.
That sounds cathartic. Do you happen to know the name of the book?
Okay, it was in the sci-fi series called The Expanse. Very good series overall, and the politician character, Krishna Vasarala, is one of the best things about it.
Is that what happened to him? I listened to the audiobooks and didn't catch that that's what they did to that bastard. But it makes so much sense now.
I want to get off this ride already. The just sheer rejection of science and intellect, not just by him but the legions that support him and others like him, is just terrifying.
It's not like we didn't know he was an absolute scientific ignoramus before the election. When Obama roasted him at the WHCD, saying he thinks it's important to debate whether we faked the moon landing, he wasn't far off.
The whole wind farms thing was because he couldn't extend his golf course in Scotland due to a wind farm project.
You mean it all boiled down to how it would affect him personally? Ya don't say.
Why listen to science when we have a reality TV game show host telling us everything is fine?
Quote, drafted by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the UN's climate change body, the report calls for rapid, far-reaching and unprecedented changes in all aspects of society, end quote. Quote, Trump, who has previously called climate change a hoax, was speaking on the White House lawn on Tuesday when he said the report was given to me, end quote. Quote, and I want to look at who drew it. You know, which group drew it, end quote. Quote, without specifying which reports he was talking about, he signaled that others were as valid as the UN's. I can give you reports that are fabulous and I can give you reports that are.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.